So in this video, we're going to quickly go through the group 1 vocabulary words, all 30 of them, and I do mean quickly. So abound means to increase rapidly or to be present in large numbers. Amorphous means shapeless or lacking a definite shape. It can also mean kind of unstructured or unorganized. Think about any government or bureaucracy. Austere means very simple, very plain, very severe, very strict, depriving yourself of luxury. Think about the life of a monk or something like that. Belie has a couple of meanings. One meaning is to contradict, to go against. The other meaning would be to mask or to give a false impression. Imagine you have a very wealthy person, but he or she only wears, kind of torn clothes. The appearance would belie that person's wealth. Capricious or capricious means very volatile, very unpredictable, related to mood. Think about a teenager or something. Cerebral, of course, Professor X, from X-Men. So this means intellectual, related to the brain. Professor X is obviously a very smart person. Congenial has two definitions. It means friendly, nice, but it can also mean kind of two things go together well. They're congenial with one another. Conspicuous means easily noticed. Think about the color red in a sea of white or something. Cursory means to do something without a lot of effort. Again, teenager, right? Daunting means intimidating, not easy, scary, Stranger Things. Deify means to treat somebody like a god. If you deify someone, you respect them greatly. Didactic means educational, related to teaching. It also has a subtext of being kind of condescending or patronizing, kind of like talking down to your students. Disseminate means to spread something, often rapidly. Think about like the printing press, for example. Feasible means possible, practical, you can definitely do it. Flout means you are breaking the rules, flouting the rules. You're, teenager. Ah, there we go, the theme of the day, teenager. Homogeneous means similar, two things or many things are very similar, very uniform. Humdrum means boring, mundane, and believe it or not, insipid means the same thing. It can also mean boring, mundane. Well, I do need to scroll down a little bit. Okay, there we go. So insipid means, again, mundane, boring. It's almost a synonym of humdrum. Loquacious means to talk a lot, being very sociable. Misanthropic means a person, not a person, but the idea that you hate humans. And a person who hates humans, we refer to as a misanthrope. So this is the adjective of that. Misnomer means a wrong name, something that gives the false impression. One example would be something like, I don't know, I can't even think of an example. Something that has the wrong name to it, kind of gives the false impression of it. Negligent means to ignore something or to not take proper care of it. Obsequious means to suck up to your boss or to suck up to someone in a position of authority, probably because you're trying to get some kind of benefit. Placate means to make somebody feel better. Imagine somebody's very angry. If you placate them, you make them feel better. Proclivity means a tendency or a likeness for something. Like you have a proclivity for apples. That means you often eat apples. Puerile means immature. You're acting like a child, teenager. A quixotic means idealistic. It's kind of the opposite of feasible. So feasible means it's possible. Quixotic means it's kind of like it's a good idea, but it's a little bit far out there, right? Kind of like a colony on Mars, for example. Spendthrift, it does not mean that somebody's thrifty and good with money. It's actually the opposite. It means they're bad with money. They're spending a lot of money like crazy. And then finally, taciturn means to not say a lot. It's kind of the opposite of loquacious. It means to be very quiet. And then wary means cautious.